Wind River Range is one of the most pristine wilderness areas I've ever experienced in my life. This mountain range is located on the western flank of the Continental Divide near the town of Pinedale, Wyoming. The area is home to some of the largest glaciers in the country, tallest peaks in the state, and many beautiful lakes. Today I begin my 3-day trek on the Cirque of the Towers Loop, which is a 25-mile adventure through some of the most diverse landscape in Wyoming. And my adventures begin right here on the big sandy trailhead.
Wow, after 4 long awaited years, I am finally crossing a hike off my bucket list here in the Wind River mountain range in Wyoming. If you've never heard this hike, by the end of this video, you're probably gonna want to put it on your bucket list, because today we are going on a 25-mile hike called the Cirque of the Loop Towers, where some of the tallest peaks of Wyoming are located. A dream come true. As you could see, the aspens are starting to change colors. Fall is upon us, and it is my birthday weekend, and I made myself a promise every year for my birthday I'm gonna take a trip, because it's the best present ever. Last year I went to Faroe Islands, and a year before that I went backpacking in the Sawtooth Mountains in Idaho. And this year I decided to do a 3-day, 2-night loop here in the Wind River Range. Wow, I cannot believe my own eyes. I think we finally left the cover of the tree line and we're greeted by these views, and I am headed directly into those mounds. I picked a lunch spot towards the end of the lake. As you're walking around the lake, there are multiple camping spots. Many people choose to camp here the first night as they're doing the whole loop. I'm gonna relax here. It is so beautiful. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning, so we have plenty of day left to go. We're already halfway to our first camping spot. That was Marm's Lake, a very picturesque alpine lake, and you can see the jagged peaks coming from behind the lake. So beautiful. We're now taking a right towards Shadow Lake, continue up about 4 more miles until we reach our campsite, and we're gonna try to find the best spot that's secluded from the wind. After 10 miles and 6 hours of hiking, I've arrived at Shadow Lake, and these are going to be my views for the evening. I've already set up camp over there. The tents must be set up within 200 feet from the lake. Now I'm going to show you guys a little bit around and show you guys the views around here on their first night. So I've just linked up from the main trail after leaving the Shadow Lake behind, which is back there. And today's going to be a little bit more of a challenging hike because there is some elevation. We're going to be going over the Jackass Pass, which I'll show you guys what that looks like once we get close. And the end goal is to either camp by Lonesome Lake or by Arrowhead Lake. And there's plenty of lakes along the route. We're going to see Billy Lake, Banner Lake, Jackass Lake, and many other small lakes along today's route. It was quite chilly in the morning, but with views like these, it'll warm me right up. Like, I honestly cannot believe places like this exist. This is only my second time visiting Wyoming, aside from Grand Tetons and Yellowstone, and I am quite amazed. I'm so happy that I chose to do this hike on my birthday. One of the best birthday gifts I can ever ask for. On this hike, you're going to have to cross two passes. One of them is standing right behind me, the Jackass Pass. And at the foot of it, you can see the Jackass Lake. It's a smaller lake, but this, I believe, is the most daunting pass. So I'm going to take in the scenery, grab some snacks, and start the brutal climb. I did it! Woo! That was so challenging. My heart's beating at 1,000,000 beats per minute, but so worth it. I want to take a break, and then we're going to check out what's on the other side of the pass. I've arrived at my first picnic spot, the Lonesome Lake. Kind of like me, always hiking alone. But it looks incredible out here, surrounded by, like I told you guys, the 12,000 footers. And it's a pretty nice day. I am itching to jump in that lake. I did pack a swimsuit just in case. Should I do it? so cold. I've been wanting to do this for so long. I finally get to cross it off my list, jumping into an alpine lake. The weather couldn't have been more perfect, and the surrounding area, magical. And now I'm off to my campsite for the night, which I believe will be Arrowhead. We'll see how we're doing on time, but right now it's only 1 p.m. Plenty of day left. The weather's beautiful. The scenery is just astounding. Successfully made it to Jackass Pass. I'm leaving behind the lonesome lake back there, and now it's time to start heading down about a mile or two and start looking for a camping spot between Lake Arrowhead and North Lake for tonight. This is my campsite here right in front of North Lake. So this is my final night here in Wind River Range. I'm gonna soak it all in because tomorrow I have to follow the lake and then continue down for another 8-9 miles till I reach Big Sandy Trailhead. You guys know what's the best feeling after finishing a hike? Is getting to the trailhead and realizing that your car is still there. And hopefully my keys are somewhere in the backpack. Now some final thoughts about this hike. It was a long, challenging, but also magical place here in Wind River Range. It taught me a lot. It taught me perseverance and to keep chasing my dreams. This hike has been on my bucket list for the last 4 years and I finally did it. And if you are planning to come here, I suggest coming between late July and late September. And the best camping spots along the route are Shadow Lake, Lonesome Lake, North Lake, and Big Sandy Lake. Those are some of the most prettiest campsites along the route.